Jack Williams, meteorologist. We're going to go ahead and go over the severe weather potential, severe weather threat for Friday night into Saturday. And we're going to go over some new model data that's coming out. So first we're going to look at the temperature profiles, the HRRR forecast model. And as we go through the night, it's going to slowly warm up. During the day, tomorrow, during Friday, we're going to be looking at temperatures very close to 70. And some of our southern counties here in the viewing area will be looking at close to low 70s, maybe 73, 75, our far southern counties. We're going to look at the dew point profiles. The dew point profiles are basically, it's a depiction of the measurement of moisture in the atmosphere. And like I was saying yesterday night when we did the live, there was a nose of energy that I believe what was going to eject into the area further north, and that's what we're seeing. We're looking at dew points in the 60 to 65, maybe close to 70 range. And in December, you don't need much in regards to dew points. You only need about 50 to 55 dew points in December to really get things going. Now, one of the other things we're going to go ahead and look at here is we're going to look at the surface-based CAPE. This measures the instability in the atmosphere and whatnot. And there is plenty of good instability in the atmosphere. We're looking at values easily in the 1500 to close to 2000 range. And that is absolutely plenty of instability for thunderstorm growth. Now we're going to look at the Supercell Index. This is basically, it gives me an idea of where most of the supercellular activity is going to be, and is a very broad area. Almost all of southeast Missouri, almost all of southern Illinois, parts of Kentucky, and parts of Tennessee as well. They are in the bullseye. We are in the bullseye for some of the most primed ingredients for this dynamic system that's going to be impacting our area. We're looking at supercell values of 8 and 10, which is very significant. Here's the other thing we're going to go ahead and look at. We're going to look at the tornado parameters. These tornado parameters are pretty incredible for this time of the year. I normally see this type of setup during the peak severe weather season out when I go out over into Texas, Oklahoma, and Kansas. And tornado parameters are maxed out across southeast Missouri and southern Illinois. And we're getting tornado parameters of 8 and 10 on this particular forecast model. And as we go later on through the night, it actually amplifies in the southern Illinois area, and the tornado potential goes up a little bit more. And it also becomes more widespread as well. So one of the other things we're going to go ahead and look at here is composite reflectivity. Reflectivity, this is what radar could possibly look like during initiation and where storms could possibly be. Don't pay attention to the exact location of each individual storm because it won't exactly be at that location. It could be about 15 to 20 miles from that location. This gives us a general idea of where they could be. So at 00Z time, this is about 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock. We already have activity coming up over here in parts of central Missouri. And you can see the kinks in these storms here. These will be supercells at this time. These will be supercells. And you can see the inflow notches on these as well. So we're going to go ahead and go up here. And this is about, I believe, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. And these are each individual supercells. Each storm you see here has a defined inflow notch, basically meaning that it is rotating. And we're going to go ahead and fast forward, and this is around 11, and each individual storm is rotating. These are still individual supercells over southeast Missouri, talking Butler County, Reynolds County, Madison County, Ironton County, St. Francis County, getting into Bollinger County. And then as we get closer to about 11:30, 12, we see Jackson County, Williamson County, Union, Jefferson, Mount Vernon. We see Stoddard County, Cape County. Each cell, especially this one, and this has been a very consistent run on reflectivity. You see this right here. Now, this is a classic inflow notch right here on northern Cape County. Don't pay attention to exactly where the storm is on this model product, but this is pretty significant. And there is one thing that may make this not perform like what we're seeing here, and about 10,000 feet up. There's a thin layer of warm air aloft, and as you have thunderstorms rapidly grow in motion, you have a thin layer of warm air. As they grow up, they meet that, and it kind of cuts it off a little bit. That's called a capping inversion. And but I'm thinking, not just me, but other people as well, are thinking that that capping inversion will be eroded very rapidly and significantly. There is a chance, though, there is a chance that that could happen, and it would limit thunderstorm growth and our severe weather potential as well. Right now, I do not see that happening, but it is a possibility. So keep that in the back of your mind, that the best case scenario, meaning that we get that capping inversion and it's a little stronger than advertised, and that this does not pan out the way it is. But personally, professionally, I don't see that happening. There is a chance it could, so I'm telling you now, there's a chance it could happen. So we're going to go ahead and go to about 2 o'clock, and you see this line here. We have one cell here, supercell, 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 and supercell. Parts of New Madrid County, Dunklin, Pemiscot County, Obion, Paducah, Mayfield, Anna, Marion, Carterville, Craneville, Mount Vernon, and points north and south and going east. Those are all individual supercells that have the potential to produce strong, long-lived, long-track tornadoes. Is the potential. There's the potential for strong, violent, long-track tornadoes tomorrow. Friday night, starting on our far western counties in southeast Missouri between 6 and 10, and then 10 to 3 will be impacting our general area. Maybe even a little bit sooner than that. Now that's a timing. There will be timing adjustments to that, to the forecast, but I would say from 8 to 2 o'clock, 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. stands our best chance of seeing any type of severe weather and robust supercellular activity. So we're going to go ahead and continue on. This is about 1, I think 1 to 2. And you can see it's exiting the southern Illinois area, and it's still in parts of Tennessee and going into Indiana, Mount Vernon, Indiana, to give you a good idea of where that supercell is right there. And so now we're going to go ahead and talk about So we're going to go ahead and look at the NAM forecast model here, and we're going to go ahead and go down and look at the Supercell composite. We looked at the HRRR model before, and the NAM model has been consistent with run by run by run. And you always look for model consistency. And here in Southern Illinois, some of the best ingredients, are coming together for supercellular activity and tornadoes, damaging winds. Hail, I'm not very concerned with. We're looking at hail this time of the year. It's a little difficult to get hail bigger than quarters. So we're looking at hail between the sizes of about pea size to nickel. And then damaging straight line winds of 65 to 75 miles per hour. And sometimes you can get damaging straight line winds that are just as destructive as a tornado. So please keep that in mind. Anything above 75 miles per hour has the opportunity to do pretty good structural damage to a building and to, stay away from your windows and whatnot. We're going to look at the tornado parameters. Once again, tornado parameters on this particular model, the NAM forecast model, are through the roof. Over here in southeast Missouri, we're close to a 9, which is not normally common to see that type of parameter being so high. And right here in southern Illinois, we're looking between a 6 and an 8 in some areas in parts of Cape County, Bollinger, Stoddard, Butler. And most of all, southern Illinois is covered in it there. So there may be a moderate risk issued if data continues to come in and it's consistent with the way things are going right now. A moderate risk would stretch from Mount Vernon down to Scott City, down to Blytheville, Arkansas, and go to Paris, Tennessee, and up to Evansville, Indiana. That's my thinking right now. That may not happen, but if data continues, we may see a moderate risk issue for most of southern Illinois and parts of Kentucky, southeast Missouri, and Tennessee as well. That's only if data continues to verify and it comes in and it's consistent. But right now, there's a chance that we could see a level 4 out of 5 issued for the area. So keep that in mind. If you don't have a NOAA weather radio, probably good to go get one. If you have a scanner, you can do that as well. Don't just rely on your cell phone. For example, if you live out in the middle of nowhere here in Illinois, like kind of I do, if a tower goes down, you're going to lose your signal and it may not go off. So, keep a NOAA weather radio handy as well. And sometimes, they don't go through your cell phone and whatnot. And if you go to the basement, turn the TV up upstairs so you can hear it, if you're in the basement, if you don't have a TV down there, and whatnot. So we will be live. We will be out intercepting this activity tomorrow night, Friday night into Saturday. We will be bringing live warning products, wall-to-wall coverage on this event as it unfolds. There is a potential that it may not be as severe due to that thin layer of warm air about 10,000 feet up. But right now, there's the downforcing with the cold front and the air interacting with the shear. It's pretty slim chance of that happening, but I like to let everyone know that there is a possibility that it may not be as robust and severe as what we've been saying, but keep in mind that it's about a 10% chance or less of that happening is what my thinking is. So I hope you all have a good night. I will do another live briefing at 5 o'clock tomorrow, and and probably about 5 o'clock tomorrow we'll do another live briefing and go over data and everything. And we'll be stationed in kind of close to Marion, Illinois. We'll be kind of located over there, staged out in Marion, close to Marion, Illinois. And got questions? Send them, message us. We'll do our best to get to you and respond to it. You all have a great night, and